Alright, so here's where things are about to start to go off the rails. Do you have any words of advice?
Take me with you.
Okay, just had my coffee at One Moto here in Portland, and it is time to get on the bike and head east. Alice is going to take me a few miles up into Washington State, and then I'm on my way. Let's do this. I am desperately trying to get out of the city so that I can start this adventure. I got Alice behind me, taking me the first few miles, and yeah, I think if I can get out of the city without getting killed, we're going to be off to a good start. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to get out of the city, man. Oh my god. Let's go! Does this officially mark the start of the trip right here? Oh, you fucker. So you may notice that I'm wearing this goofy Alpine Stars adventure jacket instead of my new blue Aero Stitch riding suit. I decided last minute to wear this because I didn't have enough time to get used to the Aero Stitch. I didn't know how it was going to hold up in real hot weather and wet and stuff like that because I hadn't tested it. Just didn't have time. And looking at the weather forecast, I can expect a whole bunch of different shit. So I didn't want to take a chance on something that I didn't know. So I ended up just wearing this stupid thing. It's all part of a longer story about some of the mistakes I made planning and packing for this trip. Last night, around dinner time, I had everything packed, and I ended up having to go into a third bag. And it really bummed me out, because I realized, wow, not only are you adding weight, but you're adding clutter. It was just too much stuff. And so after dinner, after I had, eaten and calmed down a little bit, I unpacked everything and started over. And I managed to get everything down to my 2 panniers, and I dropped about 30 or 40 pounds worth of stuff. Can you believe that? A lot of that was just extra clothes. I way overpacked my clothes. I ended up now, I've got like 2 pairs of jeans, a couple of pairs of underwear, and a sock. I'm pretty sure that's going to be just fine. I don't know. But anyway, I'm much happier with less stuff. And I should have known that from the very beginning that would be the case. But I said, you know what? I've got all this room. Doesn't really bother the bike all that much to have the extra weight. I'll just take what I need. But in the end, the important thing was not so much the weight, but the clutter. Just having to keep track of all that stuff. Having to repack it every night and all of that crap. The whole idea of it just started getting me down. And the more I stripped back, the more happy I got. You could physically see it in my body. You could see it on my face. How every time I took something out of a bag and didn't put it back in, it actually made me smile a little bit. So that was my big learning experience last night. Less stuff means more happy. So we'll see how that works out when I run out of my 1 pair of underwear and my sock. So the big plan for today is we're about to cross the bridge into Washington State. Alice is tagging along with me just to get me over the border. And then Alice is going to split off and do her own thing. And I'm going to split off and, go across the country on a motorcycle. I'm going to do about 350 to 375 miles today, somewhere around there, up to Spokane, Washington, where I'm going to spend the night. And then tomorrow, we'll see what happens. I have a loose plan to go to Shelby, Montana. I don't know where that is. I don't know why I want to go there, but that's the plan. But it's going to be like, I don't know, a lot 450 miles or something. So I might retool that plan tonight. I haven't decided yet. So this is a good test though. Right now I'm doing 75 on the freeway, fully loaded, and it's perfectly comfortable. There's no shimmying, there's no nothing. It's like perfect. I'm only at 4,500 RPM and 75 miles an hour in 6th gear, and everyone's happy. I didn't really have a whole lot of doubts about this motorcycle, but you know, it's nice to have a little bit of confirmation early on in the trip that everything's going to be just fine. We're on Washington Route 14 East, and I think this officially marks the start of my adventure. I'm out of the city per se, or I'm out of Portland anyway, and we're about to enter some beauty. We're going to be riding along the Columbia River Gorge all the way as far as Route 14 will take me, and then we'll head north towards Spokane. I'm along the Columbia River Gorge. I've been at this for, I don't know, a couple hours now. I've gone through just about every possible emotion you can go through. I've gone through anxiety, excitement, depression, fear. No reason for any of it. It just is what it is. I guess this is what happens when you start out on an adventure. I'll figure it out and I'll level out. But, you know, it's everything from just going nuts with my music, dancing, to, oh my God, what was that rattle, to, do I have enough gas, to, was this a stupid idea, or was this the best idea ever, and I'm completely excited. I have no idea what's going on. But we'll get to it. I've got another 4.5 hours to go. 3.5 hours? I've got at least 4 hours to go before I hit Spokane, Washington. But I couldn't ask for a better day. It's probably, I don't know, 75 degrees. The sun is finally out. The sky is blue. I got a river. I got a motorcycle. I don't know what else I could ask for, so. Yeah. It's on, baby. Trip of a lifetime. Part 1. Or something. I am in uncharted, unfamiliar territory, finally. The trip now has officially begun. Do-do-do, put some music in there. Like do-do-do music, would be great. I really am bummed that I didn't get to wear the Aero Stitch riding suit, but I really do think it was the right decision. Going this far on a suit that you've only got a few dozen miles on, I don't think would have been a great idea. Who knows if it would have been comfortable over the long term and all that stuff. Part of my anxiety is I overthink everything. You may have noticed that from 1 or 2 of my videos, but I tend to overthink just about everything. And so the amount of brain energy that I put into what jacket I'm going to wear on this trip is so completely ridiculous, because right now I don't give a damn what jacket I'm wearing. I am here in this beautiful, beautiful land, riding my awesome motorcycle that I couldn't be happier with, and I don't give a damn, even half a damn. I don't give any damns what jacket I'm wearing because who cares? I do give a damn about which motorcycle I'm riding, and I am absolutely thrilled that I made the decision to buy this Moto Guzzi V85TT. Now, again, I only have 2,677 miles on this motorcycle, so it could explode in 5 minutes. Who the hell knows? Alright, so here's where things are about to start to go off the rails. First and foremost, I've got 65 miles of range and at least 32 miles until I get to a gas station. The reason I have 65 miles of range is because I've been going about 20 miles an hour for the past hour and a half to keep my gas consumption down because, I don't know, I saw a sign way back that said next gas 82 miles and I had 120 miles of range remaining, and then that started to go down and down and down. I guess I was going too fast or something, I don't know. Anyway, we started cutting it close to like within 10 miles, right? Like it said 90 miles of range and I had 80 miles to go, and I was like, oh, well, I'm kind of screwed. Anyway, I slowed down. I think that's started to mitigate that problem. I think we're going to be fine. The second major problem, though, is I'm now getting this alarm that says MGCT disabled. That's my traction control. That in and of itself isn't a huge deal, but that also takes out my cruise control. So I now have no cruise control and no traction control. And my right hand is pretty friggin' numb from holding on and modulating and keeping a constant low speed so that I don't run out of gas. So, you know, I left Portland at what, 11:30 or something like that, and it's 2:48 and the shit's already hitting the fan. Well, it's all part of the adventure, right? I'm not gonna lie, I feel like we kind of just made it here to the Royal Mart gas station, and the traction control alert light has cleared up for whatever reason, so I have cruise control back. I've got a full tank of gas. I've got another, 2 hours to go to Spokane? Let's do it. Anyway, that feels like kind of a successful first day out on the road here. I've got another half an hour before I get to Spokane. The sun is still up because it's only 5:45 in the afternoon. It's 81 degrees and I'm feeling good. So I'm going to push on, get to where I'm going, order myself a big sloppy pizza, and figure out what the hell I'm doing tomorrow. So anyway, a lot of you folks have reached out and offered to take me out on rides and meet up and buy me coffee and lunch and dinner, and one guy offered to buy me a condo. That was a little weird, but that's all right. Anyway, my plans for coming home back from Cape Cod are a little up in the air right now because of a few things, so I'm hesitant to make any sort of commitments. So I may just forego the commitments and do my own thing just so that I don't have to disappoint anyone, because I'm not really sure how that whole thing's going to work out and how it's going to go and what route I'm taking and all that stuff. So if you reached out, I thank you very much. That's pretty fantastic. I just don't want to let anyone down by making plans that I can't keep. And at this point, everything's so up in the air, and that I'm just not really sure how that whole trip home is going to go. Right now, I need to focus on this trip out to Cape Cod, and so far so good. Whatever alert I was getting about my traction control has seemed to have cleared up. I managed to get gas. Everyone was happy, so all disasters averted, and I'm having a grand old time. I will catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. If you want to continue following along on this little adventure across America and back, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that little bell thingy that lets you know that I uploaded a video if you care. And And then everyone's happy that way, I guess. I don't know how it works. I'll catch you on the next one.